There's a needle-pointed pillow out there that says, "Angels gather among us." Perhaps you've seen it. It has gold stars adorning the border, and it's obviously meant to be displayed at Christmas time. However, I think it would be appropriate to be displayed year-round. It's a reminder to keep watch, stay awake, pay attention to the divine presence that might come anytime, anywhere. It's sneaky and surprising that way. At least that's what the scriptures teach us. And it's not Santa warning us to be on our best behavior, but the prophets who want the world to be a more just and generous place, and who truly believe we are a part of building that world. They're an important part of the story also, calling us to live in community, in faithful covenant with one another. Our choir has sung of the beautiful city, the gospel and visions, and our part in building it. And we tried our best to be a place of hospitality and welcome and prayer for the Nashua Holiday Stroll, the first one back in many years. For those who are missing someone at Christmas, Angels Gather Among Us could be a reminder that the love and the spirit of those who have gone before us are still present with us. Our series for the season on Angels Among Us has us keeping our eyes open. Keeps us grateful for the divine hope and messages that we receive. The late Paul Kroom, a longtime columnist for the Dallas Morning News, published a Christmas Day column in 1967 entitled, "Angels Are Among Us on This Day." It's appeared every Christmas Day since. Kroom wrote, "Any adult human being with half sense, and some with more, knows that there are angels. If he has ever spent any period in loneliness when the senses are forced in upon themselves, he has felt the wind from their beating wings and been overwhelmed with the sudden realization of the endless and gigantic dark that exists outside the little candle flame of human knowledge." In the book we've been studying this Advent, called The Angels of Christmas, author Susan Robb says we believe that angels gather among us in spite of our rationality and our reliance on what we can objectively prove. If we didn't believe, people wouldn't keep watching popular movies like It's a Wonderful Life, The Bishop's Wife, and The Angels in the Outfield. We believe for the best reason of all, because we choose to believe. Still, perhaps because we're more accustomed to thinking of angels as they are depicted in medieval paintings with wings and white robes, rather than in ordinary clothes, like the character of Clarence in It's a Wonderful Life. Our view may be so narrowly focused that we miss the arrival of angels while we're watching the skies for a heavenly host. Maybe we're slow to recognize the metaphorical angels who enter our lives because we're looking for messengers with white robes and harps instead of those whom God sends in our way in ordinary days. Or maybe we're expecting the miraculous cliche angels that save us from car accidents, and when bad things happen, we attribute it to God's absence. If we miss the messengers, though, maybe we miss the message too of how faith is acting in our lives. As the songs of Zechariah, Elizabeth, and Mary, and the actions of Joseph show us, and as the shepherds discovered, good news of great joy cannot be contained inside oneself. It must be shared. So it becomes our task to share the messages of love, comfort, hope, and joy with others when they most need to receive them. As Martin Luther King Jr. taught, we are part of an inseparable network of mutuality. That's the lesson of George Bailey that he learns from Clarence in the 1946 film that's depicted on the mural right next to our church. The fabric of our communities relies on each of our lives in ways beyond our imagining. Why don't you pause this video right here for a moment to reflect on the messages of hope and love that you've encountered this season. And then, when you've done with the sharing of that information with those who are around you, you might consider how you've been a messenger of God's divine assurance. We all need to hear a message of do not be afraid. You are God's beloved. Blessed are you. The world will be healed through you. At various times in my life, and I suspect in yours also, we have known divine messengers, perhaps even angels. In this season, may we recognize them in our midst, and may we respond to God's message of love, reassurance, and joy by becoming messengers to others. May we offer to others a presence of care and compassion and curiosity, and perhaps be an angel in someone else's life in ways that we'll never know. Amen.